In this video, we will describe selection of breeder animals using visual appraisal method, which involves visual observation of the animals by looking at the appearance, conformation, and presence or absence of defects. Regardless of breed and sex, animals that are apparently healthy, active and alert, and are attractive in appearance should be selected. The animal should have normal and shiny coat and free from external parasites. The mouth should be normal, with both upper and lower jaws meet perfectly. The legs and feet should be normal and strong in stance with no inflamed joints. Meanwhile, the body conformation varies depending on the type of animal, such that animals intended for milk production have a different conformation to that of animals intended for meat production. Dairy animals, like this sun and doe, have longer and thinner neck and a wedge-shaped appearance. Meanwhile, meat animals like this bower doe are stocky and tend to have a rectangular shape with thick thigh, which is a characteristic of muscling among this breed. Selection of breeder males. In bucks, especially in dairy goat breeds, presence of horns is desired, and phenotypically polled bucks should not be selected for breeding purpose. Pollledness among dairy goat breeds such as Saanen, Toggenburg, and Alpine is associated with intersex condition and infertility. Meanwhile, this polled intersexed condition is considered rare or not reported in other breeds like Anglo-Nubian and Angora. This Saanen buck shows well-developed horns. In some farms, however, the horning of bucks may be a practice. Hence, the horned animals must be differentiated from polled or naturally hornless ones. Meanwhile, the commonly raised sheep breeds for mutton production like Dorper, St. Croix, Catadine, and Black Belly are characteristically polled for both males and females, and polledness therefore is a standard trait for these breeds and favors selection. Moreover, polled intersex syndrome is very rarely observed in sheep. Breeder males should have normal and strong legs to support its weight, especially when they mount the females during mating. As shown here, the scrotum should be palpated to ensure that both testicles are present, approximately equal in size and of firm consistency. When pressed from below, both testicles should be freely sliding upward inside the scrotum. Adhesion between the scrotum and testicles may indicate previous infection or trauma. Moreover, there should be no localized swellings or areas of induration. The head and tail of the two epididymides is palpated for swelling, pain, and signs of inflammation. In rams, epididymitis is a relatively common problem. Any ram exhibiting signs of epididymitis should be considered infected with Brucella ovis until proven otherwise. Sperm production is related to the size of the testicles, and therefore, greater scrotal circumference is favored for selection. As shown here, scrotal circumference is measured using a measuring tape with the circumference taken at the widest part of the scrotum, with both testes held at the same level while the animal is standing and relaxed. Usually, rams have greater scrotal circumference than bucks relative to the bigger size of their testicles. Scrotal circumference of 28 to 36 centimeters in rams and 25 to 28 centimeters in bucks is considered satisfactory, while higher values are considered exceptional. Penis and prepuce should have no adhesions and should be free of hematomas, sores or cuts, or any inflammatory or proliferative lesions. Urethral process should be free of urinary stones that may hinder normal urination and ejaculation. Selection of breeder females. Ewes and does should have well-formed udders with good attachment and two well-formed teats. Similar to breeder bucks and rams, breeder does and ewes should have normal and strong legs in order to support the weight of the male during mounting, as well as its weight and its fetus during pregnancy. The rear or hind legs should be wide apart and straight when viewed from behind. The external genitalia of female should be well developed and properly structured. Now, let's describe some physical defects that can be found in goats and sheep that must be considered for rejection as a breeder animal. Overshot jaw, also known as parrot mouth or brachygnathia, is an abnormality wherein the upper jaw is longer than the lower. Conversely, undershot jaw, also known as sow mouth, monkey mouth, or prognathia, is a condition wherein the upper jaw is shorter than the lower. Undershot and overshot jaws are genetic defects. Both defects hinder normal prehension of feed, hence negatively affect the animal's feed intake. Meanwhile, splayed legs, splayed toes, bow legs, and weak pasterns are deformities that hinder normal support of the body, especially during the act of copulation when the male does the mounting and the in-heat female standing still supporting the weight of the male. These abnormalities also cause difficulty in females in supporting their increasing weight during pregnancy. Presence of supernumerary teats or extra teats is considered a genetic defect. This physical defect is considered undesirable, especially among females, as these teats may actually have very small orifices into which the young may become accustomed to suckling, leading to underfeeding. Moreover, extra teats may also hinder normal milking of dairy animals. Cryptorchidism is considered a genetic defect in males. Cryptorchidism could either be unilateral, as shown in this picture, wherein only one testicle successfully descends and contained inside the scrotum, or bilateral cryptorchidism if both testicles failed to descend. Females with turned-up vulva, as shown here, may hinder normal intromission of penis to vagina during copulation. Hence, it is considered an undesirable trait. This picture shows an intersex condition associated with baldness in goats. As shown here, the vulva joins to an enlarged clitoris at its termination. Intersex animals are sterile. Meanwhile, intersex condition occurs very rarely in sheep.